Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to 15 Minutes a Game. I'm Julian. We got Steve and Javon, and today we're talking NBA. Last night, Lakers suffered another huge injury loss, fellas. LeBron James went down with a high ankle sprain, and as we all know, AD is out, our two main horses. So I just want to get your thoughts. The trade deadline is coming up on Thursday. I just want to get your thoughts on if you were GM, would you make any moves and your thoughts on just LeBron's injury?
Yeah, this is not good for sure. So I think I'll touch on the GM stuff first and then we'll hear what you guys have to say. But as far as a trade being made, I think we still need a shooter because the roster as it is still, I just said it from the beginning of the year, is it doesn't have a knockdown shooter. I love KCP on the floor late in games, but I still think that we need one more 3-point shooter on the roster to kick the ball to when LeBron and AD get doubled in the post. So that would be my biggest need right now. Obviously, the big man situation, we've all talked about that over the past few weeks, but I think a big man will be harder to come by. So I feel like a shooter is something we could definitely go out and acquire. I think one of the names I was reading about today was Nemanja Bjelica from Sacramento.
Oh, the Kings.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's not
He
gonna.
doesn't even play. Not
Yeah,
not
he's.
not because he's not good, because yeah, he would be good for the Lakers. I agree.
It's a random name, and obviously, if you're a basketball junkie, you know him. But I feel like he would fit on the team.
That's a good pick. I like him.
I'm with you. I still got at Ellington down. Um, we talked about him a few weeks ago. He's shooting in the mid to high 30s from threes. And if we can't get Andre Drummond, I don't know what's happening with that. That's kind of a joke, in my opinion. I
Really.
was still looking for the Kings, but Hassan Whiteside, the dude only plays 15 minutes a game for the Kings. So he's got something that he can give to the Lakers while AD is out and LeBron. So those are two guys. Still looking at Ellington. Obviously, I'd love Drummond. Not sure what's going to happen with that. And then I think Whiteside would be a good pickup if the Kings are willing to trade from within.
I have a question. Are you guys panicked over the Lakers situation? Do you guys still think they'll make the playoffs with LeBron? His timetable's indefinite and AD is still week by week. Like,
I'm
how is your panic level for that?
My panic level's high. I had a stat that I got on Friday night before LeBron got hurt on Saturday afternoon. The Lakers are 18-3 against sub 500 teams. Okay. So 18 of their 28 wins have come against garbage teams. They're under 500. They're 10-11 against above 500 teams. I know AD's missed a lot of games. Even if LeBron just misses the next 2 weeks, 6 of their next 11 games are against above 500 teams, and they're all really good. They're getting waxed by Phoenix already, so that's tonight. I have that down. Then they play the other above 500 teams are the Sixers, the Bucks, the Clippers, the Heat, and the Nets. Mm-hmm. They're not winning those games. Maybe Miami, but I don't see them winning those games without LeBron and AD. And that doesn't even count against the below 500 teams. So yeah, I'm worried. Not that they're not going to make the playoffs, but they're the 3rd seed now. They're only 2.5 games above the 6th seed Denver. So I can easily see them slipping down to 6 or 7. Doesn't mean they don't have time to build back up after that. But while LeBron is out, and depending on when AD comes back, I can see them dropping, 3 or 4 spots.
Yep. Panic meter's pretty high. Just a reminder, this is Jules, Steve, and Javon on 15 minutes a game. So we're looking at a roster here with no superstar anymore, obviously. But as you said, the schedule coming up is brutal. They're going to slip. This could turn into a situation, slip in the standings. This could turn into a situation where we have to play like, I don't know, the Clippers in the first round, and we don't have the chemistry built up over the last few weeks because the playoffs start in 4 or 5 weeks. And we need to get guys on the floor together, getting minutes. And remember, this team, a lot of pieces are new from last year. This isn't the same group of guys that won the title. I mean, yes, that obviously we still have a few of the pieces, but Palenka went out and upped the roster, which I gave him credit for sure. Harrell and Schroeder are ballers. I love those guys, but we need chemistry moving forward. So, I just see other teams in the West that are healthy right now, moving in the right direction while we're struggling with injuries. So I really hope LeBron gets healthy. I never doubt him when it comes to his health. And it was really weird to I was listening to the game on the radio and they're like, LeBron is down. He's screaming in pain. Like, what? I never hear that dude ever get hurt. Mm-hmm. So it was just weird to see and hear that. He actually suffered a serious injury. So I hope he gets well soon. And I don't doubt him though.
Yeah, I agree. I've never seen LeBron in that much pain or show that he's in that much pain. But it was like, yeah, I'll take a plus side out of it. Him walking into the locker room on his own power shows like it wasn't that bad. It was just, obviously we play basketball. We know how those sprained ankles go. And with his treatment, I feel like it'll heal quickly. He'll get it to heal like in a week or two, hopefully, depending. So Lakers, these young Lakers, they just need to build this core, get a little rhythm between themselves until AD and Marc Gasol and LeBron comes back. So it's going to be a test for these guys. It's going to be interesting, especially with that schedule that Steve just announced for us. It's going to be very, very tough.
Yeah, maybe they prove us wrong. They're down 7 now against Phoenix.
Hopefully, exactly.
I hope they do. But I mean, you look at this team, like they really relied on LeBron, and all LeBron teams do, going back to the Cavs. Maybe the Heat not so much because he had D-Wade and Bosh, but any team that LeBron plays on, I mean, he's just the centerpiece. He provides so much production. So
yeah, he's carried them, especially with AD out. What's your guys' take with or without LeBron, AD? Does that stat I threw out at you guys make you nervous at all? 18-3 against the bad teams and 10-11 against the good teams.
It doesn't make me nervous just because we've seen what the Lakers can do at full strength in the beginning of the season, how they got off to that great start. And when AD and LeBron they're on the court, it's tough for the league to match up with. And I feel like the core guys, they'll fit their roles, feel comfortable, have some swag, some confidence to get it going in the playoff, knowing like LeBron said, it's go time.
It would bug me or concern me had our team been healthy the whole year.
Yeah.
Like that's a stat where the Bucks, the same thing with the Bucks is like,
right,
they slaughter all the trash teams and then can't beat any of the playoff teams. So it would concern me if we were, healthy, but it doesn't since we're not.
Does it concern you, Steve? I'm kind of in the middle. I mean, they played a lot. They played a lot of bad teams. At least they dominated the bad teams, I guess you could say. Try and look at it. Try and throw some positivity out there. We'll see. I want to see who steps up while the two main guys are out. If it's THT or if it continues to be Kuzma or Schroeder. I mean, they do have still a solid squad, but it's not a team that I'm confident is going to beat Philly, Milwaukee, the Clippers, or the Nets. So I think they'll compete, but we'll see.
We
Yeah,
shot.
Julian's always the positive one. Steve, you're critical, and I'm always in the middle.
It just all depends on what it is. I've as I've gotten older, it's just like I have less patience, man.
Yeah, and you've seen it all, so
Exactly.
But
And you can't create bad habits during this time, sadly. So hopefully, like, they don't create any bad habits, even though they might take some else, but don't focus and create and lean on those traits.
it sucks because they were playing well going into that game.
Exactly.
yeah, it's weird to say, but for me with this group without the two big guys, if they compete hard in each game, even if they lose, I won't be as upset than if it's, just getting blown out every single night,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I'm going to transition to a game that the legend himself, Steve, created for us. And that guy, this guy, he's in the Southwest Division. And that's so we got the Spurs, Mavericks, Grizzlies, Pelicans, and sorry Rockets in that division.
oh my gosh, 20 games in a row.
Yes, that
Good
we won't
luck.
even mention that's a whole nother story. So this
James
guy,
Harden's laughing in Brooklyn somewhere.
he told us not a championship winning team over there.
He did.
So this guy, he's averaging 23.8 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 4.7 assists. And as you know, he's a starter
All around numbers.
I think
all
I
around.
know.
And he's connected to us. We know him.
I think I know who it is.
Go for it.
DeMar DeRozan. No?
Ooh, that's a great answer. No, I'm sorry. No,
Ah.
that's a great pick.
Damn.
He's connected to the Lakers?
Yes, he is.
Oh, I thought you just meant like to Southern
okay.
California.
I got you.
Connected to the Lakers.
Great.
That just made it harder because now I gotta think about who was on the team.
And I'll give a hint.
All right.
He was involved in the AD trade.
Brandon Ingram.
Ding, ding, ding. Yup. Yes, sir. I know the Lakers play them on Tuesday, so
Okay, nice.
what we have to
Perfectly
go
leads
against.
us in.
Yes, sir.
That was a good one.
Now I like your pick, DeMar. He's been balling as well.
Yeah, he's been
LA connection.
And
Yeah.
a side note, LaMelo Ball, is he still your rookie of the year, even though his diagnosis, he's out for this season? Would you guys give him rookie of the year?
Yeah, I
Right
think
now,
so.
yes, I would. But by the end of the year, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Anthony Edwards.
Interesting. Okay. And he's been balling as well.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
Me either.
It's a bummer because LaMelo is balling. So
Exactly. Mr. Chino Hills. Well, y'all, thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, listen to our podcast, and we will be back with more content ASAP for you guys. And thanks for listening. Have a great night.